So this is just a little bit on what I'm doing for breakfast today. I woke up late, but I still need to have breakfast. Usually in the past, before I was sick, when I got up late, I didn't have breakfast. But now I'm well aware that I need to feed my body regardless of if I want to or if I'm hungry. Well, not if I'm hungry, but if I want to or not. I need to make sure that I get the correct nutrition and such. So this is today's quick breakfast. So that's the Mepron. This is going to be a bentonite clay and psyllium shake for fiber, eggs, and my lovely collard green wrap with almonds. Not too much, you only want to have a handful, right? So I'll track this, and I'm going to start tracking the calories of my meals because I want to make sure that I'm eating enough calories, like we said. So I have increased my dosage of Zithromax from 125 twice a day milligrams, 125 milligrams, to 250 milligrams once a day. And today I have been bitten and scratched by a cat, as if I needed any more additional infections, bacterial, fungal, or parasitic. Unfortunately, yeah, I've been bitten, so I called my LLMD, and she said in my state I still have to worry because, I'm sick. I'm already sick. So we're going to just kind of keep a close eye on it. And I did what I could with the cut, and, I did what, healthy people do, but I'm not healthy people. And that's just yet another reminder of my complete fallibility and weakness. It's like healthy people won't care about a cat scratch or cat bite or anything, They'll just keep on trucking, but I can't do that. A bite from a bug, a bite from a cat, or bite from any insect or animal could be very deadly for me. I already am fighting deadly infections of the blood, bacteria and parasitic. So, yeah. But as for my symptoms, at 250 milligrams of Azithromycin and 5 milliliters of Mepron, and taking nystatin 2 pills 2 times a day at 500,000 units. It has been slow going. I haven't had a lot of stomach pain like I initially did, which is good. But the fatigue is just crushing. I mean, it's crushing. And everybody I talk to who has Lyme, says that's like the last thing to go. And I kind of made a joke, like, why can't the last thing to go be like tolerance to candy or, getting my flat stomach back? Like, why does it have to be something so important as my energy? So, since that's the last thing to return, it looks like, yeah, it's not returning. I have to drink my water here. But yeah, I'm upset, I'm sad, and I'm trying also to just give it to God and be like, you're stronger than this. I've asked you for your protection, and I believe that you will protect me. And just believe, and then just relax in that. That's the hard part for me, is the relaxing. It's also close to full moon, which I don't know if you saw my last video on full moon and ranting, but full moon is like the worst time ever, like with this illness. It's the time bacteria are the most active. It's the time parasites are the most active. And they're just basically going crazy in my body, and I feel them. I feel them going crazy in my body. You can't imagine what that feels like. And nobody really can until you have it. And that's physically the feeling with Morgellons, but also the energy, the pain, the random stings and bites that I get. And it's all, gosh, it's all overwhelming. But I wanted to read something from Rebecca's book, a friend of mine from Instagram, to kind of give hope in this time. And she also is a Lyme sufferer, and yet she still found the time to write this book. So it's called Hope for God's Total Provision. The Psalm 144 says, "Our barns will be filled with every kind of provision." Not some kinds, every kind. "Our sheep will increase by thousands, the tens of thousands in our fields." She says, "I find this journey with Lyme disease makes me weak in every way possible. Where once I would have described myself as confident, trusting, and hopeful individual, I now find myself weak in every way, struggling with hopelessness at different circumstances, and find myself crying out to the Lord to provide for me, not only financially, but in a variety of different ways." I can relate to this a lot. She goes on to say, "I find that this journey takes a courage to rest and trust that God will fully provide, not just for my present, but for each slow, shaky step in this journey. I have fallen in love with Psalm 144:13 and can testify that God will fill my life with every kind of provision, and has. For the times that I need God to provide a refuge, I am gently reminded in Psalm 23, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and horn of my salvation. He is my stronghold. For the times I need a guide, he is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing." Psalm 23, I lack nothing. I lack nothing. And the list goes on and it's never ending. God totally and fully dispenses every kind of provision. She doesn't mention this, but the word says that he shines his sun on the righteous and the wicked. He brings rain for the righteous and the wicked. The wicked being those who are completely not in his will, do not follow Christ, and in fact are God haters. He still blesses those and provides for all. That's one of the reasons why I feel important that I not judge anyone during this journey, but even after. Because I don't know who the sheep are. I don't know who the ones are going to be that are going to find God. Just because you don't know him now doesn't mean you'll never know him. I can't judge that. Or call someone a sinner or say somebody's evil or whatever. But with that same token, that is a reminder for me that God does provide my needs. If I get an infection, he will provide. Either way. If I don't get an infection from this cat bite, he has provided. So I'm going to just today rest and try to relax in faith that either way, he's with me. And hopefully I don't get an infection. I can continue going on with my antibiotics and killing these bacteria and parasites and virus and fungals. I just want to get rid of all this infection in my body. And it's hard for healthy people to understand, but this video isn't for healthy people. It's for you, those who need help, those who are struggling, those who are sick and infection filled and alienated and have lost your previous life. These videos are for you, because I can relate to that. I'm in that situation, and I hope that any one of the information that I give in these videos can help. Or maybe just it's nice to watch somebody who can relate to what you're going through. Anyway, today is another day of low energy, so I'm going to just go to sleep. I was going to edit some videos. I started doing editing, but I'm not doing well with it, because for the really long videos I just get too tired. But thank you for watching, and if you have any information to share, please do with others in the comments, or you can message me privately, whatever you want. And I hope that this information helps somebody in some way. So she also has a weird prayer here. I didn't always believe in God. This is kind of a recent thing for me. But in her prayer she says, Lord, you and you alone are the great and total provider. In you I lack nothing. In you I am met with every kind of provision that I need throughout my life and in this journey. In you I have courage for this journey. You are my provider in every way, and I thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. So, I don't know if you want to pray that also, or use it as an affirmation. Before I started finding out about this God, I had a 12-step, and in 12-step we have the concept of a higher power. So, yeah, I mean, if you need to get to know your higher power, now's the time. Now's the time. In illness we can find strength through our higher power. I hope that you're not going through this alone, with no higher power, no family, no friends. Even if you don't feel you have friends, you have one here. You can contact me. You're not alone. And don't give up. I won't either. We'll keep each other accountable, okay? I'll talk to you soon. I'm feeling very tired. Having some difficulty breathing. But I wanted to still film this, because these are often unseen moments. I cannot hold up the camera, but I'm sure that
I'll do it for you.
we'll be able to get an idea of what having a flare or Herxes is like. I'm having difficulty putting words together. And even though the bite itself looks fine, I'm having a lot of sensations in my foot. And I feel like I'm going to pass out. It's very scary going through these things. I just want my life back. And it's gone. Instead, I will rout out demons and pray to God to protect me. And to heal me. I cannot lift my hands to get the food.
That's why I'm gonna take over.
So I'm recording right now because I'm remembering to record. The last 2 days have been kind of bad. I just started a new medication called Zithromax, Azithromycin, whatever you want to call it. And I didn't have a good experience when I first started it. I had intense pains in my stomach that I have since found out from my doctor I'm not supposed to have. And then I was like, I didn't diarrhea, but I was going to the bathroom quite a bit. So my doctor has taken me off Zithromax, and I'm actually now going to have to test for something which I always hoped I would never have it. It's called Diff, and you get it from taking antibiotics, and it's another infection. So that's pretty much the bad news, you know, just keep piling on fucking infections. But today I had, in the last couple days, I've had a number of situations with bugs. I guess bugs are attracted to. So this is my symptom list that I fill out for my doctor every couple weeks, and I'm gonna be sending it in. Hey, it's your girl here. This is crazy. I just wanted to make a video. I haven't really been on top of my video making. I've been so tired. I'm on Zithromax now at the lower dosage, and it does make me tired, and I feel like there's been an explosion of specks over the last weeks, and I've been getting weird glass shards coming out of my fingers, and just a lot of weird stuff. Yeah, so I just wanted to make a follow-up video to let you know that I'm alive, and why I haven't been posting videos is because I was trying to edit them, and I'm having such a hard time editing them. I really need help.
Babe, you want AC on?
Sure, babe. I need help editing them. I just don't know. Like, I'm not feeling, you know, strong enough for. Like, I'm tired, you know, so I'm tired a lot, and I'm too tired to edit the videos. And also it's extremely hot oftentimes, and it makes me even more tired. Naturally, people get tired from the heat, but I've been just tired in general because of my illness. I feel myself today trying to fight it and fight back. So hopefully this week will be a week of fighting it and fighting back. And you'll see, hopefully, a new me. Talk to you soon. It's me. I'm about to go into the sauna. I'm having weird glass shards coming out of my hand. And sauna is the only thing that like really makes me sweat and push them out. I've tried like topicals and putting things on them, but these glass shards are very stubborn, and I unfortunately can't just tape them off my body like I do with the specs or the Crawley's fibers. And I started the Zithromax. I actually increased, well, sort of increased. I haven't increased my dosage, but I'm increasing the amount of time I take it per day. So now I'm taking Zithromax twice a day at the 125 milligram lower dose. And it's going, I mean, I'm still tired and I still feel fatigued, but it's generally going okay. My stomach is not hurting, which is wonderful because it was hurting a lot before, like a lot. Okay. So this is the tape roll, and it's for pet hair. And then what I do is I just, after oiling, run it along. I also do the same for my clothes before I wear them. I just roll the inside of the shirts and pants and the outside of the shirts and pants. Hey, so just having an update video because it's been a couple days, actually probably a little longer. I don't even know how long it's been, to be honest. But I just wanted to update you on what I'm doing right now and what I'm on. I just had my appointment with my doctor, and we are going to be adding on anti-helminthics, aka anti-parasitics, etc. They're basically for roundworm infection. Many times when you have Lyme, you have what's called co-opportunistic infections. And one of those tends to be things like parasites and such. So it's always good to cover your bases and do cleanses and such for parasites. With this doctor, she does know a little bit about anti-helminthics and parasites and such. So we're treating for that, and we're going to see how my Herx goes. As of now, I'm on 4 different medications. Mepron, which you already know of, and Azithromycin or Zithromax, nystatin as an antifungal, and now we're adding ivermectin, which is a anti-helminthic. Due to the fact that I'm fighting the amount of infections that I'm fighting, this is the way to go. I believe strongly. Whether you do this way naturally or with meds with your doctor, that's kind of a personal choice. I'm doing both, actually. I'm treating naturally and with meds with my doctor. I take anti-parasitic teas. I also take green tea drinks for babesia. I do bone broth. This is my bone broth every day, 2 times a day, to help reline my gut. When you have spirochetes, or spirochetes, however you want to pronounce it, they drill holes into your central nervous system. They drill holes into your joints, in your muscles, into your brain, into any one of your organs that they pretty much choose to. So the gut tends to be leaky, for these kind of situations, and bone broth and aloe gels and such, they help to restore that. Usually I will get the actual bone broth from the bones of the chicken or turkey or beef, whatever I'm using. But also you can get this sugar-free bone broth. I haven't tested it to see if it becomes gelatin or hardens when it's not hot, but I do need to do that at some point, and I will, because you want that. You want the real bone broth, and it should be at cold temperatures, not like broth, not like soup. I'm trying to get to the point where we can pulse the medication, because bacteria after a while becomes resistant to almost all medications, and even natural. I've noticed that, you know, certain things that were successful before are not as successful now, and that's because bacteria, parasites, fungus, etc., they become resistant. I take probiotics, 3 different kinds, and I take them about 2 or 3 times a day because I am on antibiotics and I'm doing natural antibiotics. So I take 25 billion of Flora, medical grade probiotic of VSL3. I also take Therabiotic, which is 25 billion in a capsule. Very good for antibiotics. And I take Saccharomyces boulardii, which is actually a yeast, but it's a beneficial yeast. Since I have Morgellons, I unfortunately can't add on things that I really want to start taking, like beet kvass or sauerkraut. Those would really allow me to vary my probiotics and the strains, because I don't want like a little microbiome of or monobiome of only specific strains of bacteria. That's not healthy. So even though these are, you know, good probiotics, you still have to replenish the actual gut bacteria that you've lost. And the way to do that is very difficult, which is why most people do not recommend antibiotic therapy for anything if you can help it. Unfortunately with Lyme, I have chosen to do antibiotic therapy. It's not my first choice, but my situation has led me to a place of, well, pretty much desperation. So antibiotics it is, along with natural and rebuilding immunity as much as I can, supporting my small intestine, cleaning out my large intestine, and so on and so forth. But a couple things that I thought might be helpful for you guys. Some teas are more effective than others when you first start your journey, especially for the natural. You'll notice that you detox from tea, and it's, you know, pretty disconcerting for some, but it's kind of awesome, because then you know that it's working for you. You have just drank tea and you have kind of like a little Herx. You may get a headache, you may have some pains, you may have stomach ache, or, you know, the usual Herxes kind of stuff. Speaking of Herxes stuff, my doctor has told me that they experienced a number of different things when starting their ivermectin journey. It helps to have a Lyme doctor who actually had Lyme, because they know what you're going through. But they said that they believe that it will be okay, and we'll just take it slow and see how it goes. The meds that I'm taking, I also take enzymes before I take those meds. So some of the enzymes I'm taking, which may help one of you guys out there, is serapeptase. I take also a group of enzymes. It's called Interphase, Interphase Plus. Sometimes you need help with digestion, sometimes you don't. I don't like to become dependent on things like digestion enzymes and such, so I drink a lot of water. Keep my diet very clean. A lot of fats, a lot of liquids, enough fibers, etc. Can't really have carbs, so my fiber comes from psyllium basically, or the vegetables that I eat. As for the water, I probably drink anywhere between 60 ounces to 100 and something ounces a day. You could do the conversion. I think it's something like a half a gallon to a gallon. I definitely drink about that amount a day. Well, what have I been going through? So the last 2 weeks have been really crazy skin symptoms and lots of crawling, lots of biting. I haven't been able to sleep because it's been like heavier than normal. I tried testing out a food, a quarter cup of quinoa to see if I still had reactions, and it looks like I did. So I'm not really adding that back into the diet. I would like to maybe try sauerkraut or kefir or something like that and see how my body reacts, but I am a little scared because I really don't want any more itchy crawlies. I'm praying so much lately just for the end of that, so maybe you might want to join me in prayer. The Zithromax not really affecting me too badly. I have some nausea here and there, but it's okay. It's able to be dealt with. The Mepron, I don't even know if it's even still working for me, but we're going to change it because I found out, and this is important for those of you who have more gallons, my medication of Mepron has saccharin and sucralose. Those sugars are loved by the Morgies. So if I plan on getting better and I'm going to stick to a sugar-free diet, which I have, my meds can't have sugar. We're switching up my meds cycle to something called Malarone Plaquenil mixture, and that is a compound med, but it doesn't have any sugar in it, and it's not sweetened or anything like that because it comes in a pill. So we're gonna do that because I need to stay the hell away from sugar throughout this journey. How are you guys doing with sugar? I don't know if you saw my previous videos, but I mentioned that you're gonna have to quit. So just want to know how you're doing with it, you know, if you've tried or if you need recipes. I have some recipes that I can share, meal ideas and such. Really anything, any way that, you know, I can help you, I would like to do that. Thank you again for checking in and watching this video. I hope that you were able to learn something, and gosh, I wish you the best on this journey because this is a crazy journey. It's definitely this is not a disease for the weak. So stay strong. Check out my muscles. Some of them are still there.